Welcome back to the Doyle's Life. Today we're going to show you a little barbecue rib, kind of quick and simple. Not necessarily the professional way you see competition barbecuers do things, but it's the way we do it. And I found that they are just fall off the bone, melt in your mouth, delicious. If you'll notice this rack here, it looks a little different. We tried something different on this rack of ribs, baby backs. We actually put our dry rub and our barbecue sauce on it and vacuum sealed it to marinate it for, I don't know, probably 5 hours, just to kind of try it, something we've never done. And we'll wrap them up pretty tight in aluminum foil. This is where a lot of the controversy will come in. Some people say you should wrap them last. You put them on the grill unwrapped first. I've done them both ways. To us, they're a lot more tender by doing them this way. The next racks here you'll see, they're in the package. We haven't done anything to them yet. We've let them sit out for, I don't know, a couple hours, kind of come to room temperature. My wife always buys the extra meaty barbecue, or I'm sorry, baby back ribs. Just has a lot more meat on them. And the way we're going to show you to cook them here, they will just literally fall off the bone. I don't take the skin off the back of the ribs. I have. And then I've done them the way we're going to do them here. And if you cook them this way, it doesn't make a difference. They're still just going to fall off the bone. Almost literally melt in your mouth. They'll be so tender. So we'll get this rack here washed up and get it set off to the side and get it ready. If y'all like these type grilling or cooking videos, give me a like and subscribe and comment. Let me know what you want to see. I enjoy doing it. I do a lot of grilling, barbecuing, ribs, chicken, whatever. Whatever you want to see, let me know. I'll show you how we do it. As I said before, I'll probably say it several times. Not saying this is the only way, the right way, the perfect way. This is just the Doyle's way. This is the way we do it. Now you'll see here, I'm putting a little dry rub. Nothing special, fancy. I mean, just go to the store, get your favorite rub, whatever you like. I'll hold the bottle up towards the camera here in just a minute, but we use several different kinds. The Blues Hog brand, I'm not sponsored. It's just something we like. You can use spicier rub. We've used sweet, spicy rubs. It's just a mixture of some type of barbecue rub that we use at whatever's at the store. Nothing fancy. Just coat them down real good, both sides. After you get them coated up, just pretty self-explanatory. Roll your aluminum foil over. I do wrap them up kind of tight. Basically what they're going to do when we put them on the grill out here, you'll see that shortly. They're just steaming inside the aluminum foil. So they're cooking, but you're basically steaming them. It keeps a lot of the moisture in. They're steaming in their own juices. So I think that's what makes them so tender. All right, here's the last rib. Normally we don't do 3 racks. I think my wife screwed up when she made our grocery order and ordered 3 instead of 2 this time. Typically we only do 2. There again, just kind of coat it there. We're just using a mixture. And basically the reason I'm using a mixture here is I don't have enough of just one brand. So I have to kind of 50-50 it to be able to get them all covered. There's that. It's just original Blues Hog dry rub. I think this one's called Holy Cow is a brand. It's really good. It's just a dry, kind of an all-purpose seasoning rub. All right, wrap this one up here. Get them wrapped up here in just a second. We're going to carry them out and get them on the grill, and we'll kind of talk through that. If you watch the intro, I said I wasn't going to do a lot of editing. This is one of the first edits I've done. Still a little camera shy talking on it, so that's kind of why I'm doing a voiceover. All right, now we're out at the grill here. We already got the charcoal. That's all I use is regular charcoal. It's been going probably 25 to 30 minutes. It's about 300, 325. We're going to put them on. You'll see the way I do this is I always estimate 3 hours. We let them go 1 hour on each side in the foil. And then the last hour, we take them out of the foil and sauce them up. Excuse me. Somewhere between 300, 325, not too hot. This grill has the charcoal where you can raise and lower it. The handle there you see in the front. So I usually put the charcoal all the way down as low as I can go. That way it keeps the heat from being so close. I'll get the dampers adjusted here because it's not something I'm going to sit out there for a whole hour and watch it. So that's what makes it pretty easy. You can do these in the oven if you don't have a grill. Just set your oven on about 325. Let it go. All right, now we got it set. We're going to go inside and probably watch a little TV and be back shortly. All right, here we are 1 hour later, as the screen says. Now, at this point, your charcoal's probably been going an hour and a half. So we're probably going to have to add some charcoal here to keep our heat going. But basically, I just flip the ribs over to the other side. Doesn't matter which side you start on. Taking my grates out here, yeah, we got to add a little charcoal. You don't want to let your charcoal go completely out because when you start adding more charcoal, it won't never ignite. Then you're fighting your temperature. The gloves, they're not grilling gloves. They're, I think, $1.99. Buy them by the 5-pack cloth gloves. They're just real good for grilling. You get them dirty, greasy, you throw them away. You don't want anything that's leather or has plastic on it, something that would melt, obviously. I can move the coals around like you seen me do just there, and it doesn't burn through the glove. It may be a little warm at times, but it's not going to burn you. So it makes handling the grates and dealing with ribs or Boston butts or large, things like that to move them around on the grill a lot easier. All right, got our charcoal added. We're going to let that start going. Flipping our ribs, you notice all we're doing is flipping them over, leaving them in the same spots. If you guys got any questions, send them in the comments. I'm kind of new to YouTube, so I try to look at the comments and I'll answer. I try my, answer every one of them. So you got a question, something I did wrong, something I did right, let me know. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying these are the only way. It's just the way that I've done them for years, and everybody in our family seems to really like them. They fall off the bone and have great flavor. So, as the old saying goes, when something's not broke, don't try to fix it. And this doesn't seem to be broke for us. All right, now got it all ready to go. That took me a couple minutes there after the first hour. Set everything back, get my dampers ready so my coals will get lit again. Go back inside, watch a little TV. Come back out. Now here we are, another hour later. So if you're keeping up with the math, they've been on for 2 hours. So you see me bring my bottle of sauce. I don't make my own sauce, none of that. I'll show it to you here in a minute. It's store-bought barbecue sauce. Pick the kind that you like, the flavor that you like. Now we're going to take them out of the aluminum foil and get that out of the way. And we'll keep them on the grill out of the aluminum foil about another hour, usually around 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes per side as we start saucing them. Now you'll notice here I'm using tongs because obviously they're going to be hot. They got juice all over them. You got to be careful here because you can see in this aluminum foil, if I didn't show it too well, there's a lot of juice in it. So be real careful with that. It'll get all over you if you try to pick it up. You'll notice what I do is I just kind of set it off to the side. And then after the aluminum foil cools off, we'll throw it in the garbage here. You got to be careful. I mean, they're basically done after this. But when you pick them up with the tongs, a lot of times they'll want to just fall apart on you already, even after just the 2 hours at 325. Those two racks there are the racks that were just dry rubbed straight out of the package. This last rack is the one that we had vacuum sealed and marinated. Didn't notice a lot of difference in it in the final taste and flavor. You can see, I think, a lot more of the rub steamed off of it. Excuse me. Basically because of the sauce that was on it. There was more there to steam. So we're going to get the aluminum foil out of the way here, let that cool off, and then we'll throw it away after it cools down here in a little bit. Going to put them back on the grill basically in the same places that we had them on in the aluminum foil. Going to take our sauce here. What we're using is not sponsored by none of it. Sweet Baby Ray's. It's the sweet and spicy. It's not spicy at all, really. It has just a little hint. Has a real good flavor, though. It's something we've just come across and found to really love it. We use it on chicken, ribs, about anything. All right, we'll get our ribs ready here now. Get ready to sauce them. And a lot of times you don't have to sauce it if you don't like sauce. You know, a lot of people like just dry ribs, and I do myself. There's a lot of times we'll do 2 racks of ribs and we'll do 1 sauced and 1 dry. But even if you're doing it dry and not saucing it, you're still doing this same process. 2 hours in the aluminum foil, 1 hour on each side. And in the last hour out of the aluminum foil, you're just not putting sauce on it. Now we're just going to kind of baste our sauce all over it. Get everything covered. And I'm not one that likes just my sauce dripping wet, so that's why I leave it on the grill and kind of cook it down, put a little char to it. Whatever you want to do. If you like it really dripping wet with sauce, that's, you know, take them off when they're still sopping wet. I think there in the video I was actually talking about the gloves. But now at this point, you're still keeping your grill 300, 325. You don't want your coals too close to your ribs, or you'll char that barbecue sauce really quick. It takes it about 20 minutes or so, maybe 25. Still not something you just got to stand over and keep a check on. But we'll shut it up here, check our damper doors, keep our temperature like it has been, and we'll be back in a minute. All right. It's been about 20 minutes maybe. You'll notice there's other things on the grill. My wife slipped out there and put a couple ears of the corn on the grill there when I didn't know it. So I didn't know that was on the grill and wasn't recording that. But that's what you see there. We got a couple ears of corn on the cob. She's seasoned up and buttered up and rolled up in aluminum foil. We're going to put them on the grill here towards the end. Now, all we're doing is flipping them, putting the sauce side that we had up down. We're going to sauce the other side now. It's not rocket science, pretty same process. Put your sauce on, spread it around, keep your grill temperature the same, let it go about another maybe 20 minutes. Now the aluminum foil to the side of the grill there that come off the ribs, it's pretty well cooled off. I could go ahead and throw it in the garbage if I wanted, but I have it still sitting there just to lay my sauce brush on, just so I don't get everything all over my grill. And that way I can just have something to rest it on and then throw it away when I'm done. If any of you's ever watched some of the barbecue competitions they have on television and everywhere else, they tell you that the ribs, if the bone pulls out, that they're overcooked. They may be, I'm assuming they're correct. They're the professionals. I don't care for it that way. I want it to be able to just fall apart. And this is the best way I have found that 9 times out of 10, that's how they're going to come out. They're going to come out just the bone literally falling apart. You can just pull them off with your fingers. And it leaves you with nothing but the rib meat, which is obviously what we're wanting. We're wanting to eat ribs. All right. Now, coming back, that round has been about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I turned the corn there, just kind of rolled them before we shut the grill there. Now we're going to roll them back over. We're getting pretty close to the end here. You can see there with those tongs, I pulled a bone out of the end right there. I could see it already sticking out. It just pulled out with the tongs. That's already how tender they are. And that rack there, if you'll notice when I flipped it there, it looked like it was about to break in half. I think one of them does break in half on me here. They're just falling apart. They're just, I can't emphasize that enough how tender they are. That's the one there that fell apart. That's the rack that actually was marinated first. So I think it had a little more steam in it. And it's really, really tender. But as far as the taste, didn't really notice a lot of difference in the taste. Taste was the same. It was just something we wanted to try. Now we're going to put them down a little closer to the coals because this is the last hoorah for the sauce. We still don't have the coals cranked up real close to them. They're still pretty far down in the grill. But we're going to sauce them up, cook this little last batch of sauce off of it, basically. Caramelize it, kind of get it a little charred. And basically the other reason is that's about all the sauce I had in the bottle left, so why not use it up? After this one, of about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that, you're right at your 3-hour mark. So they're done. They've really been done for the last hour. We're just flavoring them up a little with our sauce. I messed up at the end of the video. I should have actually videoed taking a bite of them or something, which you're not going to see. I'm sorry. I'm getting better at this, little by little. But I do show you how easy the bone pulls out once I carry them inside and can just pull the bone out with my fingers right before the video ends. But I surely should have took a bite or two of them just to show you. I'll remember that for the next time. So again, if we're doing math, 20 minutes the first time, 20 minutes the second time, 20 minutes the third time. So that's 60 minutes. That's 3 hours it's taken us. And all of this can be done in your oven, same way, if you don't have a grill. Cook them for 2 hours in your oven and put them on the grill the last hour if that's what you want to do. All right, we're done here. I brought a big pan out with me this time. We're going to carry them inside. We're about to wrap this up. But that's how I cook my ribs. Very tender, pull apart. See there again, another piece of it just pulled off. Great flavor. Pick your favorite sauce. Pick your favorite rub. Go to town. There, see that rack just fell apart right there. Make your own rub. Make your own sauce. Whatever floats your boat. If that's stuff you like to do. Experiment, just like with us marinating the one rack. Never done that before. Thought we'd give it a try. All right, we're going to get these all taken off here. Excuse me. And again, if y'all like this, let me know. If you want to see more of it, or if you don't want to see more of it, let me know. That way I know what to put out. Going to get all this packed up, carried inside, and we're going to get ready to eat some ribs. If y'all have made it this far, I appreciate it. If you're like me, you're probably hungry now. All right, that's it. Now, here they come. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for your time and delicious ribs.